Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now that it's finally October, not only is Halloween coming up, but it also means it's Preptober, and that is such an exciting thing to me. I've been waiting for this for ages. Mostly because I've been like pretty demotivated this year. I haven't been doing as much writing as I would have hoped. So in my head, I was just kind of waiting for NaNoWriMo because I felt like that would be the best time to be productive. So in this video, I decided to talk about my NaNoWriMo goals and my Preptober goals because those two kind of go hand in hand. What I'm doing for NaNoWriMo will be affected by what I do in Preptober and vice versa. So in my writer journal, I actually did note down my NaNoWriMo plans. I didn't note down my Preptober plans because I didn't think I'd be doing anything Preptober other than outlining. But then I realized there's a couple things I need to do in Preptober. I did then, before this video, note down what needed to be done for Preptober. So don't worry, I'm prepared. I'm going to start with the Preptober goals because that's the first thing that's coming up, and a lot of my NaNoWriMo goals depend on what I'm doing for Preptober. The first thing I'm doing for Preptober is outlining my Nano project. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to start a brand new project in NaNoWriMo, like, you know, the idea is to, or if I should just continue with my project because in 2022 I have a bunch of goals and I have all my projects laid out for me. I was kind of conflicted, but then I realized there's a project that I wanted to work on in 2022 and I didn't note it down. I could just make this like a very minor project I work in the background, or I could have made it my NaNoWriMo project that I just write during November. If I finish it, great. If I don't, that's cool. And then I go back to it when I do have time. So that's what I decided to do. Work on this project for NaNoWriMo and get 50,000 words. This book is kind of like a mystery, speculative fiction, that kind of thing. Hard to describe quite what it is. It's kind of supernatural as well. So I feel like it'd take quite a while to wrap up the plot. It is a standalone, but I feel like it'd be like 70k. I don't know. And so Preptober basically just revolves around me outlining this project. I did sort of start in my writer journal. I did write down like the first few chapters, but after that, I don't know. So I really need to sit down and outline this book. My second goal for Preptober is similar to all my other goals that I have before a NaNoWriMo event, and that is to continue writing my books. I'm not adding in like a goal how much I want written. I'm not adding in like I want to be on act 2, I want to be at 50,000 words, I want to be at this many words, because I don't know. I feel like if I give myself a word goal when I'm already, you know, preparing for a big word goal month, that's just gonna stress me out. So instead, I'm just giving myself the goal to at least work on it, to at least make progress. And by progress, I don't mean adding a paragraph, because yes, as much as it is good to add some words, I want to add a bunch of words. Not set goal, but a bunch of words have to be added for all 3 current projects. And my final goal for Preptober, believe it or not, I only have 3 goals this time because I have learnt my lesson. It is to film some videos. I don't quite know what videos I want. I know I want a couple Halloween themed. I know I want some Preptober ones, but quite what videos to film, I have to look through my massive video idea folder. Not that massive, but there's a couple on there I could do. I just want to get back in the habit of having a video twice a week, because at the beginning of the month, I did have a video twice a week. I did manage to get some things done. Now, I can kind of get a video out once a week. The weekly writing vlog has really helped me start posting every week. So that's basically that goal. I do want to try to get 2 videos out a week. Do I think it'll happen? I don't even know. I could do it if I really tried, but also I'm trying to finish so many projects, so whenever I feel productive and wanting to do something, my first thought is do some writing, not film a video, even though filming can be so much fun sometimes. I'm really good for writing, but who knows? That's just a goal I have for Preptober. Now, NaNoWriMo. So I already announced my project on the Nano website. Here's a screenshot just in case I don't have the clip, and it is titled MSE, which is its code name. I used to be obsessed with like people who called this like Project Moon, Project Star, Project Death. Like they have a word to describe their project, but every time I have a project like that I just feel like, but what could its initials be? So this is another initial project. It's entitled MSE because it's other, like I have like a concept title for it. It would be THE, and I don't want to call my project the, so it's MSE instead. This is my biggest goal, write 50,000 for my nano project. I'm trying to be more open about what I'm writing about, so bear with me while I try to describe what this project is about. Basically, this is kind of like a murder mystery meets paranormal. So basically trying to solve the murders while the ghosts are encouraging you to solve their murder. The whole book is basically just surrounded by the main character trying to find out who this ghost's killer is. It's kind of fitting that it's my nano project because NaNoWriMo comes straight after Halloween, and this is kind of Halloween in a way. I don't know much about this project, so I don't know exactly what to tell you, but this is just that basically. My second goal for NaNoWriMo is the same as one of my goals for Preptober, and that is continue working on my ongoing project. I still want to do it during NaNoWriMo, but seeing as though I'm already going to be writing 1600 words every day, it might be hard to fit some writing in. I can do it. I can write more than 1600 words a day, but it's just the whole thing with like laziness and the whole demotivation thing. It's really hard to sit down and find the time to write when I've already feel like I've done my work for the day, if that makes sense. I do want to keep working on my projects because like I said, all my current 2021 ongoing projects, I want them to be done by either the end of this year or the very beginning of next year, so I can only focus on the projects that I have in my 2022 project plan. My third goal is also similar to my Preptober goal, and that is to film weekly nano vlogs. Not like my weekly writing vlogs where I kind of do everything and it's all jumbled up, but this one will be mostly focused on just my nano project, so at least there's like a focus. I may mention other things I'm doing during NaNoWriMo because like I mentioned, there are a couple things I'm doing during nano that isn't necessarily my nano project, but I really don't know what exactly I'm going to do for these vlogs. I do hope that there is some structure in them though, since I'm only talking about one project, but knowing me, structure is just impossible to achieve. My fourth goal might be kind of confusing because I don't really talk about doing this much, and that is to write poetry every week, to have at least one poem completed every week. If I can write one every day, even better. If I can't, at least every week. Now let me explain why this is a goal. I did mention this a couple times, but I am writing a poetry collection. I don't have any plans to release this poetry collection. I don't think it's good enough to be released anyway, and I'm a very amateur poet. This poetry collection is mostly just there to help me practice my poetry, especially because in my dystopian trilogy, a main character is a poet. So he writes a lot of poetry and he tells a lot of poetry, meaning I have to tell a lot of poetry. And so I don't want him to tell bad poetry because I'm a bad poet. So I kind of want to practice that. And so I'm having a poetry collection just for myself to practice that skill. For NaNoWriMo, the whole point of me writing a poem every week is to get better at the craft and also to hopefully have a completed poetry collection in a few months. I'm very slow with these poems and I have like 20 written so far, but I still want it to be a nano goal because during a month of writing, when's the best time to write some poetry? And my fifth goal is less writing oriented than it is character oriented, and that is to draw at least one character portrait. So I think I mentioned this already, but I basically want to draw a portrait for each of my characters in my dystopian trilogy. I have plans to have like 12, I think there are like 12 major characters. So in NaNoWriMo, I think it's good if I start practicing that muscle, practicing drawing portraits, and make the very first one in Nano. And those are all my NaNoWriMo goals. As you can tell, I don't have many. I definitely did expect like beginning of the year to have tons of things I wanted to do during NaNoWriMo. There are like a couple things I had on my year plan for projects for 2021. I learned my lesson from adding too many goals, and I feel like these are very doable if I just do them. Let me know what you want to do for NaNoWriMo or Preptober. Do you have any goals yet? Are you just gonna wing it, or are you gonna skip NaNoWriMo, which I almost did, and I think it's totally valid. You don't have to do NaNoWriMo, but if you are, let me know what you're doing. And yeah, that will be it from me for now. My next video will probably be a vlog, or might be something else. Who knows? I will see you all in the next one. Bye!